well over 2 million farming operations in the United States, approximately 96% of them are classified as family operations. But a family farm is much more than an operation. It's a legacy. In order to understand what it truly means to build a family operation into a legacy, we turn to the Winklebauer family of Norfolk, Nebraska. Dawn Larson was raised a town girl in Pierce, Nebraska. She received her practical nursing degree from Northeast Community College. In 1987, Dawn married lifelong farmer Matt Winklebauer, and her love for agriculture began its journey.
Well, my dad was farmed all his life. My mom grew up in the city, which is hard to believe, but she was a city girl. She grew up in town, and when she met my dad, had no idea what agriculture was. Didn't think she had a desire for it, but you look at her now and she has a huge desire for it. When he met my mom, they started milking cows, and that's how she got started, was milking cows, and she loved it.
Oh, we milked in stanchions, and we'd have to get these cows in, and he would bring a fresh cow in, and I'd have to have a stick and lock its head. He'd be on one end bringing it in, and then I would be in the milk room, and we'd have a long stick, and she'd put her head down in to get feed, and I'd have to lock her in. And then the one time, you'd have to go in between them and put the milkers on. Well, she was kicking and kicking me, and I thought, I don't want him to think that I'm a wuss, you know, coming from town, and I thought, I am going to get this milker on. And I kept putting it on, and she'd kick it off, and I'd put it on, and she kicked it off. The one time, she kicked me across the cement floor into the manure. Matt laughed so hard. I laughed too, because I didn't want him to know that I was going to cry. So that's pretty much a lot of our dating days too.
I have watched Matt and Dawn from the day that they got married run this farming operation together. We were raising our children at the same time, and we would get together, and the thing every time we got together was we would line all the kids up on the couch and take a picture of them. When she did the dairy farm, I can remember one time we had a orphaned calf that a friend of ours had brought over and said, you know, I don't have the time to bottle feed it, you need to bottle feed it. So we went to see Dawn because we needed some colostrum for this calf, and there she was in the barn milking cows, and she just seemed so happy in the barn and liked what she was doing. And she was such a hard worker, and she has also instilled that hard work ethic and good values in all of her children.
When we were younger, she would drag all four of us kids out to go do the calf chores before we went to school, and none of us really liked it besides Sarah. And even though we dreaded going out there in the morning, we learned a lot of valuable lessons from it. That you can do anything you want, and if it's hard, if you dread it, just do it anyways, and you'll appreciate it and be happy you did it.
Dawn and Matt operated a grade A dairy for many years, and Matt did custom farming while they continued to increase the farming and livestock operations. Dawn, along with keeping all the records, did the milking as they grew their operation and hired employees. Some of these same employees still work for them today.
It's fun working with the whole family, and we kid around, joke around a lot, and that's what makes it fun, I guess. But we also get the work done.
Matt was always, and Dawn was right with him, he was always diversified. I mean, he had livestock, they had dairy for quite a few years, which obviously you know the work commitment there. And he did custom work to help pay for his equipment. You know, that's another way. He did enough custom work to help make payments on. That way he could afford newer, better equipment. So Matt was always thinking, always figuring things out to do it efficiently, so it always penciled out for him. And he used leverage smart. You can't just work hard only. You have to be an excellent manager to make it work now, too. You can work as hard as you want, but if you're not a good, efficient manager, it's not going to work for you long term. So.
These are big decisions and real money, and it's not a game. So, but we all work together, so it makes it fun too.
It's not just called a family farm. All of us have a part of it, and every single one of us have our own duty and what we do. And
we love to work. We love what we do, and all of us love agriculture, which is how we've gotten this far today.
On October 21, 2013, Matt died tragically in a farm accident at their Four Quarters feedlot. Harvest had just begun. Dawn, her children, and their employees finished harvest that fall, modeling Matt's philosophy on life, which was, don't weaken.
You know, it's really nothing you expect, but, you know, it's just a challenge that you have to face, and we have.
Whether how hard it is, you know, you just get back up and it's just a team effort, you know, it's you don't point people out, it's not an individual deal, it's everybody's working together. And
a lot of obstacles come in life that you don't expect, and you just keep pushing through them.
I made us kids this, all of us kids and my mom this last year, and my brother a keychain. It says MW, it's my dad's initials, Matt Winklebauer, and then it says don't weaken. He's the one that came up with don't weaken. So that's what our families always live by. That's kind of our family motto.
These kids have really we've been through a lot this last year, and they're tough kids. It just makes me feel better when the kids are helping. And that was my husband's dream. His passion was farming, and he instilled that in me and in the 4 kids. And his legacy is to see these kids do this. He would be so proud right now. So that's my mission right now.
Dawn in particular has been an amazing gal. I mean, she's just works, and yet she still has raised a fantastic family, the 4 kids. Somehow or other, she's always managed to juggle the work like almost workaholics, and yet they've always been together a lot of times working as a family, so they've still maintained family time even though they're working just many, many hours.
We really never took family vacations. It was getting together, making meals, chopping silage, working calves, weaning calves.
His mom's not your typical, if you would look at her, you wouldn't think that she gets down and dirty and works as hard as she does.
She's very strong. She's a very driven woman. Any obstacle that stands in her way, she can overcome it with ease. She's very involved in the farming. For harvest, she drives truck. It's kind of weird to see a little blonde lady in the truck, but don't underestimate her.
she's very dedicated, day in and day out. She's just consistent. You know, she don't let up, and you know, she's one of the hardest working gals that I know, and I'm just glad to call her mom.
After everything that's happened to us in the last year, especially to her, for her keeping everything going the way she has, with the bookwork, with the cattle, with the farming end of everything, and keeping all four of us kids around and happy, and I mean, that's something to be more than admired, I guess, in my book. Her strength is probably her one of her best qualities, and her smile. Her nickname in high school was Smiley.
She is strong-willed. She will never give up. With everything we've been through as a family, we have grown very close, and I just know that I can always count on her. I always have, and she just never backs down.
Nominated for her strong family values, caring attitude towards people and animals, keen business sense, strong work ethic, and her ability to overcome any challenge, this year's Agceptional Woman of the Year is Dawn Winklebauer.
There's a story to tell, there's a lesson to learn. An exceptional woman, oh, you know she'll be taking a turn. The seeds that she plants, they grow tall and strong. She's been ignored for far too long. With an exceptional woman, you can't go wrong.
Hey Don, I know they probably drag you in kicking and screaming into this deal, and you're saying, oh, I'm embarrassed, I don't need this, all this, but you do, let's admit it. And you're a heck of an example for all of us as far as the way you're carrying on. We're all very, very proud of you.
You are amazing, and you may not believe it at times, but with everything, with all the hardships that we've gone through, the ups and the downs with Dad, and you don't weaken, that's for sure.
So we are proud of you. We know that you're a strong woman and that you have raised us kids to be the people that we are today.
I look up to you as my role model, and I hope one day I can be half the woman that you are.
If my dad was around and he knew that Mom was going to be getting this award, he'd be just on cloud 9. You know, he'd be very proud. You know, she's stood by his side through years and years of struggle, and you know, but there's always light at the end of the tunnel, and that's what he always told her, and that's what they always push for, and that's what he's pushed for us.
If Matt were here today, he'd say that the family's doing exactly as he would want them to be doing it. Be strong about it, carry on with what he's taught them, follow through on it, be strong about it, work hard about it, work smart, and everything will be just fine.
You did her. You deserve this, and there won't be any other person in the world who I think deserves this award more than you. So, congrats.
Oh, you know, it's not easy working together, but you communicate. I guess we enjoyed working together. We made it fun.
She makes sure that there's more than enough. She stands tall. When the push comes to shove, she works, she gives, she laughs, she loves, and she credit where credit is due. Exceptional women are tried and true. She makes it through good times, she makes it through tough. She makes sure that there's more than enough. She stands tall. When push comes to shove, she works, she gives, she laughs, she loves, and she credit where credit is due. Exceptional women are tried and true. Exceptional